Okay. So, when first faced with planning this event, my mom and I said to each other, okay, maybe we can just keep this simple. Maybe we can just keep it small. And Mike looked at us with disgust. I believe that his exact words were, "No way." And as things unfolded, turns out he was right, because nothing is ever simple or small when Roger is involved. I must trust today more than any other day that he is here with us, because the thought of him missing this event is unbearable. But the only thought that could be more devastating than that would be if he really were here somewhere and he didn't have a name tag. Networking, name tags, all went hand in hand. Everyone who knew Raj knew that. So, Dad, I've prepared you a name tag today. There was one left at the office, and it wasn't hard to imagine what you'd write on it today. So, it's right here. Name, Roger Caldwell. Passion, introducing people. Focus, today's focus. Creative ways to introduce every single person that I know and love. Well done, Dad. Mission accomplished. Okay, so as Mike said and everyone said, Dad's a connector. And so I read this book, The Tipping Point, recently, that my dad recommended. And I made him for Christmas. This was his Christmas present. It was the Outstanding Connector Award presented to Roger Caldwell. So I'm just going to read a couple lines of this because I typed it out because I thought, oh my gosh, this person is talking about Raj. It says, sprinkled among every walk of life are a handful of people with a truly extraordinary knack of making friends and acquaintances. They are connectors. The point about connectors is that by having a foot in so many different worlds, they have the effect of bringing them all together. For those of you who know me well, you know I have a bit of an obsession with positive spin. Finding the reason behind things, the blessing, the beauty that lies underneath everything that happens, no matter how it appears. I got this from my dad. We emailed constantly over the last 2 years while I lived in Vancouver. But one email in particular was from January 2006. And Raj was describing his time at the hospital, where he'd been in a great deal of discomfort. But after telling me the names of every single nurse, doctor, paramedic, and reflecting on how much love he felt from all of them, from Mom and Mike and me, he says, only good is going on. The world is full of the loveliest, loveliest people, and you are one of them. And then, because he carbon copied every email he sent me to Mom and Mike also, he wouldn't want them to be left out, so it says, so are you, Barb, and you too, Mike Raj. And he called you Mike Raj. And then he finished that email by saying, this has actually been one of the most precious days of my life. You know, we think sometimes it was almost unbearable how much love that he felt. And such a big heart for such a little guy. It's amazing. So we knew that we had a choice on that day, that this could be one of the worst times in our life, or it could be one of the best. And we chose the latter, and we've looked for every blessing at every turn. And I am not ashamed to say that I have enjoyed lots of times over the last couple of weeks, because that is exactly what he would have wanted me to do. The thing that I'm taking away from this is basically that I'm the luckiest girl in the world, and this man that you all adore, admire, respect, was my father. And I could not be more proud, and I could not be more grateful. Jonathan Swift wrote, may you live all the days of your life. And that is something that my dad had down pat. Whether he was taking a nap or saving the planet, he gave everything 110%. And it's something that we should all strive to do. I'm just going to finish by reading a couple one-liner emails. There were so many emails that I could look through. 1 year ago today, I wrote my dad a one-liner email that happened to say, "Thanks, Daddy, you're the best. So appreciate your generosity. You are a saint who has a reserved seat in heaven." And then this is a one-liner back from him. And I like to imagine that if my dad could write me an email today, this is what it would say. "Not a day goes by that I am not thrilled for you and the time you are having."